Hello students, welcome to this session. Hope you are all doing good. So in this session, we are looking into Venn diagrams, the actual questions from TG ICET 2025. Okay. Right. Now before we go to the questions, do subscribe to our YouTube channel Time for ICET and don't forget to hit the bell icon for all the notifications of the videos we upload in that channel. Okay. Right. So now we have this question. Based on this data, answer the questions from 1 to 4. Okay. So you have U is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 16. Be the universal set. See, you have a U here. So total 16 numbers are available as a universal set, mu value. Then you have 1. The first circle says 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Odd numbers. Correct? Then 2 is 1, 4, 9, 16. Squares. And 3 is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. They are prime numbers. So 1 is odd numbers, 2 is squares, 3 is prime numbers. Now based on this, we have to start answering our questions. Okay. So let's see this. Okay. Right. So now empty regions in the Venn diagram are. So which are the empty regions we have to identify? So let's go according to the options. Okay. So we do have A, B, C, F and G. These are the 5. We have A, B, C, F, G. So when I look at A, so we know 1 is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So since G is also there, let's look at which is the number that is common in all the 3, 1, 2 and 3. Is there any number that is common? Is there any number that is common in 1, 2 and 3? No. So G is empty, correct? Can I say? So G is empty. No numbers in that. Okay, so if G is empty, then definitely G has to be available. So it is either first option or second option. Then look at F. F is, now why do we concentrate on F? Because look at 2 and 3. 2 are perfect squares, 3 is prime numbers. No prime numbers will be perfect squares because F is what F is. F and G are what basically common to 2 and 3. G should also be common to 1. That is why I checked them separately first. But F is exclusively common to 2 and 3. 2 is perfect squares, 3 is prime numbers. Do I have any numbers that are common to perfect squares and prime numbers? No. Then F is also empty. F is also empty, and that should be sufficient to say it is option 2. That's all. Correct? Right. Then next, which are the only regions that contain 2 integers? Okay, so I need 2 integers. Which are the only regions? Again, if you see, we have B, C, D. These are the only 3 we have. So let's look at B, C, D. So we have B, we have C, and then we have D. Okay, let's see. Now, when you look at, so we know that 3 is prime numbers, correct? Now, because 3 is a prime numbers, let us look at B and D first, because the numbers are lesser in that, because B and D appears in 1 and 2, especially B appears in 2. So let's look into that. Now, since F and G are empty regions that we have known from the earlier, all the numbers that you get in 2 should be in B and D. But then D is common to both 1 and 2. Now, what are the numbers that are common to both 1 and 2? So 1 is common, then 9 is common. Others are not common. 1 and 9 are the only numbers that are common. So D basically has 1 and 9. That means B will now have the remaining 2 numbers from 2, because the circle 2 has only 4 numbers, 1, 4, 9, 16. So if 1 and 9 is in D, then the remaining 4 and 16 will be in B. Then I get my answer, 4th option. So which are the only regions that contain 2 integers? Both B and D contain only 2 integers. So always target according to the options given, and also target according to which set has least numbers. That way you can get your answer quickly. Understood? Yes. Now then the set representing A is, now A has what numbers, he says. So let us see. So when I look at 1, okay, so 1 is basically 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, correct? Now G is empty. We know D has the numbers 1 and 9. G is empty. And what about E? Now E means it is common to 1 and 3. What are the numbers common to 1 and 3? So 3 is common, 5 is common, 7 is common, 11, 13. So 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. That is common. Correct? Then what about A? Because that is the only remaining element in circle 1. So DGE we have already written. Now A. So what are the remaining numbers? So from 1 if you check, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. See 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Everything is there. The only number missed is 15. That means A consists of only the number 15. That's all. So look into the regions, look into what are the numbers that are common. So understanding the regions is important in this case. Correct? So A is 15. That's what we pick. Correct? Then how many elements are there in region E? Okay, region E. Just now we did. See region E. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements. First option. Region E has 5 elements because E is common to both 1 and 3. Since G is empty, 1 and 3 you check. So you have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. 5 numbers are common. So 5. Understood? So that's how you do this. Got it? Next. In the Venn diagram given below, A is the set of all natural numbers less than 25. So natural numbers less than 25, 1 to 24 is in A. Then B is set of all positive integers that contain the digit 5. All positive integers that contain the digit 5 means there are infinite numbers in B. There is no limit like 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 like that. Keep on going. That ends with the digit 5. Or he says that contains, okay, all positive integers that contain the digit 5, not ending with 5, that contain 5 anywhere in any position. So that means you will have infinite numbers. Correct? 52. Correct? All 50s, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, everything. So contains the digit 5. So infinite numbers for B. Then C is the set of all primes less than 30. Prime numbers less than 30. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. Those are for C. Now using this information, answer the questions 5 to 8. Okay. So let's see this. Okay. Now the number of integers in the region I, he says. So I is common to A and B. Correct? So let us look at A. A is nothing but natural numbers from 1 to 24. So A less than 25 he says. So 1 to 24. Correct? So now in this, what are the numbers that you can have which has a 5? Because B basically is positive integers that contain the digit 5. So from here you have 5, then 15, then that's all. 5 and 15. Correct? But 5 also appears as a prime. So this 5 basically goes to G because G is the one element that is common to all the 3. Correct? So G has 5. That means the number of integers in the region I, because 15 is common to both A and B. So A intersection B only. Because G is nothing but A intersection B intersection C. Correct? So A intersection B only is I. So 15 is available in both. So answer will be first option. Number of integers is 1. Understood? Right. Then next, the number of integers in the region F. See F. So again, we have A is 1 to 24. Correct? And when you look at C, you have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. These are the numbers you have in C. Correct? And we know G has the only number 5. G will have the only number as 5. Because none of the other 5s happens in prime numbers. Correct? At least in this list. There is no other 5. So 5 is the only number you get in G. That means for F, now it is common to A and C. Now what are the numbers that are common to A and C? So now this is A intersection C only, that is F. So what are the numbers that are common? So how many integers you get? So let us count. So 2 is there, 3 is there, 5 is not there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 29 also cannot be considered because 24 only, less than 25. So basically there are 8 numbers. There are 8 numbers that are common to both A and C that will be placed in the region F. So that is there in the third option. Are you understanding this? Okay. Then the number of elements in the region K. So I can say directly infinite, because B is the set of all positive integers that contain the digit 5. So there are many numbers that contain the digit 5. So I cannot give my limit as 1, 2, 3. It will be infinite. Correct? Yes. Because K is exclusive to B. The remaining I, G and H are limited with A and C, but K is exclusive to B, so that is why it is unlimited, infinite. Correct? Then the total number of elements in the region J and L together. Okay. So it says J and L together. How many you have is the question. So let's see. Now we know A is 1 to 24. Correct? Then J is exclusive. Right? So that means we need to know how many are there in I. G we know there is only one, that is 5. Okay. And F we have just considered. So for F you have 8 numbers. So F you have 8 numbers. For G there is only one number. Correct? For I, how many numbers? Because I is for A intersection B only. So this is A intersection B only. So for I, did we check I how many? A intersection B only. There is only one number. See the number of integers in region I. There is only one. So here also there is only one number. So the previous work will definitely help. So that is what you need to understand here. So now how many are there in J? Okay. So now basically, how many are there in J plus L? Okay. So first let us look at how many are there in J. Okay. Then we also know that C has these many numbers, correct? Okay. So that means for L, I also need to know how many are there in L. Right? So first let's look at J. Now the number that I have for I is 15. So here you have 5. Now here you have 8 numbers. Those 8 numbers are 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 and 23. These are the 8 numbers you have in region F. Correct? So now how many will be in J? So minus all this from 24 numbers you will get. So we have 10. So basically you have 14 numbers in J, if I can consider. Because we have I, G, F, that is what we have taken. So all these numbers are also natural numbers. So there are 10 numbers here. Out of 10, if I remove, that is what we have. So then what about L? What is the exclusive number that don't come anywhere in the list of prime numbers? So L will also have only one number. What is that number? That number is 29. That number is 29 because 29 doesn't appear anywhere else. So total number of numbers that you get in J plus L is 15. So you just need to know how to approach. So look at how many numbers you have for I, G and F. All these numbers are natural numbers. So out of 24 you remove them, you will get, and then you need to look at exclusively which is the only prime number that doesn't appear anywhere. So 29. So that way you can get your answers. Correct? So 50. Understood? Okay. Then next. The following Venn diagram gives percentage of people speaking different languages in a city. Using this data, answer the questions from 9 to 12. Okay. So there is a small correction here. This is actually an 8, not a 3. Okay. This number here is an 8. Okay. So you have these 6 languages: English, Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil in circles. Spanish is given separately, 3. And the total population of the city is 2 lakhs. Okay. So now our question. Find the number of people who speak at least 3 languages. Okay. So here we know this is 8, correct? So I have made the changes. So this actually is 8. Now he said who speak at least 3 languages, minimum 3 languages. Now here I don't have people who speak 4 languages. I don't have anybody who speak 4 languages. If you check carefully, there are only at the time 3 circles are perfectly overlapping with one another. So basically you have these numbers. See 1, this 6, this 7, and then this 8. Okay, so these are the 3 numbers that are having 3 languages. So 6 is English, Hindi, Malayalam. 7 is Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil. 8 is Hindi, Telugu, Tamil. These are the only 3 that satisfies. Correct? So 6, 7 and 8. So we consider that. So we take 6 plus 7 plus 8 because he said at least 3, minimum is 3, but I don't have anybody speaking, you know, like 4 languages or 5 languages or 6 languages, because minimum is 3, you can take more than 3 also, but that is not happening here. So I then divide it by 100 and then multiply it with 2 lakhs because the total population is 2 lakhs. So you cancel out the 2 zeros. So you have 2000 multiplied by this is 21. So 21 into 2, 42. So basically my answer is going to be 42,000. That's available in the first option. Because the total population is 2 lakhs. So you take everything is in like this. Understood? Then next, find the number of people who can speak exactly any 2 languages. Okay, exactly any 2. So this again is the number 8 we have here. That's the correction. Okay, any 2 languages. Now, when I say 2 languages, see here this is 4, which is English, Hindi. Here this is 10, which is Hindi, Telugu. Here this is 3, which is Telugu, Tamil. Here this is 2, which is Tamil, Malayalam. Here it is 8, which is English, Malayalam. Any 2 languages. Correct? So I don't have any other numbers that speak 2 languages. Do we have? Here is also there. Sorry. 5 and 9. We have Hindi, Malayalam and Hindi, Tamil. That is also there. So these are all the numbers. So you add them and then divide by 100, multiply by 2 lakh, which is multiplied by 2000. Correct? 2 lakh by 100 is 2000. So add all these numbers, multiply by 2000. Understood? That is what we did previously and that is what you have to do now also. So you add these numbers: 4 plus 10, 14 plus 3, 17, 17 plus 2, 19, 19 plus 8, 27, 27 plus 5, 32, 32 plus 9, I get 41. So you take 41. So you take 41 multiplied by 2000. So that is going to be 82,000. Third option. Understood? So you just have to understand the region, collectively use them, get your answer. Okay? Then find the number of people who can speak only one language. Okay? So only one. So only one, basically this is 10, 9, 4, 4, 8, but do not forget this 3 because only one, Spanish, that is also there. So you add them and multiply by 2000. So we have 19 plus 4, 23 plus 3, 26 plus 4, 30 plus 8, 38. So 38 multiplied by 2000. So we get 76,000. Correct? Yeah. Next, find the number of people in the city who cannot speak Hindi. So when he says cannot speak Hindi, all the numbers outside, that means I have to use these numbers now. 10, 8, 8, 2, 4, 3, 4 and this 3. Because these are all the numbers that are outside of Hindi. Correct? Cannot speak Hindi. So you add them. So 10 plus 8, 18 plus 8, 26 plus 2, 28 plus 4, 32 plus 3, 35 plus 4, 39 plus 3. You get 42. So 42 multiplied by 2000. So it gives you 84,000. Choice 2. Correct? The next one. He says in an examination, 85% of the students passed in English. So let's say passing in English is capital A, which is 85%. So A is English. Let's consider that. Then 80% passed in mathematics. So capital B. So I consider mathematics. So we have 80%. And 75% passed in both. So A intersection B. 75%. Correct? Now since percentages are given, I can consider mu as 100%. Correct? And then he says 50 students failed in both. So n value is 50, not percentage, but in students. Then he is asking total number of students who appear in the exam. So if I can calculate 50 students makes how many percentage, how much percentage, then I can answer my question. Understood? So we have A, B, A intersection B. So what we can do? We can take A union B, because mu is nothing but A union B plus n. Correct? That is mu for a 2 set. A union B is nothing but A plus B plus G plus n. That gives you mu. So if I find out what is A union B percentage, then I can get my n in terms of percentage. So you do what is A union B? We know the formula. So which is A plus B minus A intersection B. Correct? So you do that. We have 85 plus 80 minus 75. So we know 85 minus 75 is 10. 10 plus 80. So this total, So this total gives you 90%. So A union B is 90%. Then what will be n? N will be 10%. Because if A union B is 90, mu is 100%, then n will be what? 100 minus 90, 10%. Are you understanding the point? So if 10% is 50 students, then 100% will be 500 students. That's all. We get our answer. Understood? So that is what is the question. What is the total number of students who appear in the exam? The answer is 500. Okay. So it has nothing to do with our chart here, the diagram, but calculation. Okay. Right. Okay. So those were the questions you had for Venn diagrams under TG ICET 2025, the actual questions. Okay. Now do join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Time for ICET, and these are our social media, other social media channels, Telegram channel link and YouTube channel. The links are given in the description box. And for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center, and for online courses you can enroll it. This is the link we have. Okay. All right. That is it in this session. Thank you and goodbye.